Josh Flickinger, voice of the Sky Carp, here with a Sky Carp alumni, Cade Gibson. Cade, just to start out, here we are at American Family Field before a Brewers-Marlins game, and it is July 25th. Last July 25th, you were in the Beloit Sky Carp clubhouse. What a year it's been for you. Is this something that a year ago you thought, okay, I'm going to go boom, 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 and be in the big leagues?
No, I think it was just, I like to go by the saying, be where your feet are.
Yeah.
And so it was just doing that and, trying to stick to the process. Obviously, being in high A, I wasn't where I wanted to be, but,
Sure.
I really wasn't that good last year. So I had a lot to improve on and work on, before I could even have an opportunity like this.
Absolutely. Well, you spoke of the improvement you made. What were some of those improvements, and how did you go about that?
Yeah, I think, just really being dedicated to my process in the gym,
Yeah.
and just being committed to that. And then, all right, let's look at our pitches and see what we need to improve on, and just kind of go to work on that. And I was pretty much obsessing over every little detail, to be the best I could. Now, coming into the year, I didn't know that I would be here right now, but, it's just every day trying to build to that big league version of myself.
Absolutely. Was it a good sign to you? Was it something that was a big deal for you to come out? Because you only spent a couple of months, or really just a month in Pensacola last year, but to be able to start the season in AAA in Jacksonville and knowing that you're literally at that point just one call away?
Yeah, and it's funny, going into the year, me and my wife were talking, and we were like, what's it looking like? And then I'm just like, I have no clue. All I can do is handle my business. And but yeah, I just think, the plans that we thought we had for ourselves, and, I think God just kind of looks down and laughs at you and be like, trust in me, and, I'll lead you where you need to be. And so fortunately, I'm here.
Well, fortunately, indeed, you make that major league debut, I believe, in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like, first of all, to get the call? And how did that go? We've seen all sorts of kind of cool things about the way that managers or pitching coaches deliver that news. How did they tell you?
Yeah, I mean, it was special. Anytime you get the call, no matter how it is, it's going to be really special to you. And but we were in Memphis. I was actually doing my normal catch play throwing program before the game, and kind of got told that, hey, it's a possibility, just take it light today. And then during the game, I got called down to the bullpen, and they said, hey, you're headed to Philly tomorrow. So it was a great experience, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I'm just so happy to still be here.
Now, you wouldn't know it by the results of your first game because you pitched great, 2 1/3 scoreless innings. What, was the heart beating a little extra on your way into the mound?
Yeah, 100%. I didn't throw a strike in the bullpen. I think the first throw I had off the mound almost went in the stands. So, but, it was, I tell everybody this that I ask, but as soon as the gate opened to go in the game, it was like I just felt this peace over me that was like, everything's going to be okay. And I think that was like God's way of telling me, like, hey, just trust it. It's okay. Throw strikes and everything will be all right. And, no matter how the outing went, it could have went really bad. I just wanted to be in the strike zone and compete, the way I know how to.
Now, you got sent down after that, as often happens. I know, following the Brewers, they do this all the time with AAA pitchers moving back and forth. But that didn't get you down at all. It seemed like you went back to Jacksonville, performed very well.
Yeah, I think it was just, okay, I got a taste of it.
Yeah.
And now we just continue to improve on what we need to improve on. And a big thing is just continuing to throw strikes and develop, what I saw in my debut is like you really got to get certain pitches in certain places in certain counts. So just working on that and, being committed to the process, like I said.
Well, you came back, obviously, to Miami, and things have gone great for you since then. What's been the key to your success? And like you said, hey, you're grateful you're still here, and you're still here because you've earned that right. What has been the key to your success here in the big leagues?
I don't know if you call it success, but I'm just trying to work every day and just keep improving on what I need to improve on, because obviously this is the best in the world that we're facing, and so you gotta keep improving, or they're gonna catch on. So it's just going to work every day and being grateful for the opportunity that that God gives you for that day.
What's your welcome to the big leagues moment? Was it the first time you pitched in front of a sellout crowd? Was it the first time you stepped onto a charter and were like, hey, this is pretty nice? First time they gave you meal money? I mean, what was the
Probably facing Ohtani. It was, great hitter, obviously, but just another example of why you got to execute. I mean, great hitter, they take advantage of stuff that's on the plate, and I didn't execute, and he hit a triple at 107. So, and then I saw him at, however big he is, he was moving around second base. So I was like, yeah, that was.
Welcome to the show, Tay.
Yeah.
Right, I gotcha. Well, what about some of your memories? You spent a fair amount of time in Beloit over the span of a couple of years. What are some of your memories of playing for the Sky Carp?
I think we had a great clubhouse,
Yes.
great coaching staff. We all, like to have a good time, and but it was, I really thought it was a brotherhood, and I had a great time while I was there. But I just think, the opportunity that they laid out there for us to just keep climbing and keep getting better,
Well, speaking of the brotherhood, I mean, your guy, the truck and the trailer, Kyle Krieger, starting the All-Star game in the American Association. How grateful are you that he's still out there doing his thing?
Yeah, I mean, look, Kyle is an unbelievable talent. I couldn't be more grateful that I have him as a friend, and I mean, I call him my brother because he's family to me, and so. But he is also one of the most talented individuals I've ever seen. So just for him to continue working and continue grinding like he is, I'm proud of him, and I just, he should get an offer to come back to affiliate ball for sure. But, I wish he'd just stick with it and see what happens. So.
One more question for you, Cade, is obviously you are laser focused here in the big leagues as you have to be, but you probably are aware of some of the success that guys are having out of that either Pensacola or now Jacksonville bullpen, guys like Josh White and Eknes and Belgrave.
Yeah.
I mean, can you kind of see the future of this Marlins bullpen being pretty nasty?
Oh yeah, I mean, those guys are unbelievable. That's why I got to keep improving, because those guys are, I really feel like those guys are honestly big league ready, but but stuff-wise.
Yeah.
And so it's just for them, just keeping at it and keep working. But yeah, I mean, they're unbelievable talents all over the place here.
Well, Cade, I can't tell you how proud we are of you in Beloit. We in the clubhouse talk about you all the time. Your former teammates that are still there, and I know for a fact you serve as inspiration for those guys to say, hey, look, Cade was here a year ago, and now he's shoving in the big leagues. And so that's important for you to know. And it's important that the fan base, certainly of the Sky Carp, following you and wishing you the best of luck moving forward. Just so proud of you, and keep up the great work.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm an inspiration, but I just try to do my best.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Cade Gibson of the Miami Marlins. Thanks for joining us.